And welcome back everyone to another tier list video. So last time I asked if you guys wanted to see more, and you guys said, okay, we'll see more. So here we are, tier list. So just as a reminder, this is going to have spoilers for servants that are not out currently in A. So if you do not want to see any spoilers for those servants, now is your chance to turn back. And one last thing to note, these are based on my own personal opinions, and as I said in the Saber video, hopefully people disagree with me and let me know what choices they would move around. And I will also, again, link this one as well into the description of this video. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So, I decided I was going to do archers, and what ended up happening, I was like, well, there's a lot of archers. So I said, we won't do archers. Instead, we'll do the extra class servants. Little did I know, there's a lot of them. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. This is probably the hardest one for me to do, because upon looking at it, I don't really hate any of these extra class servants. They're all pretty good. But that being said, we still will have a few in the D tier, but it's probably going to be like one or two. So, first things, we'll go and get started. Mash, Eggplant, Koha, probably B tier. Honestly, she's okay. Mash isn't my favorite character in Fate Grand Order, but she is still pretty neat, and she does what she needs to do pretty well in the game. But this isn't about skills. This is about what I think of their design. Her new Ortonatus outfit is pretty cool. But she still has those weird VR goggles, and I'm just not a fan of the VR goggles. So, that being said, she'll be right at the B tier, starting things off, which is probably pretty appropriate. Next, Abigail Williams. So, Abby is a very interesting choice because I really like her first Ascension quite a lot. Well, I won't say quite a lot. I do like her first Ascension. However, as her ascensions are, as you further go into her ascensions, and she becomes a lewd lolly, I start to like them less and less. Personality-wise, I do like Abigail. And she was super helpful during DV rerun and stuff, and I really got to enjoy using her. But that being said, she's got like some really bad animations at times. She's got the lazy like laser beam animation that servants have started to get on their attacks. And like I said, her final two ascensions, they're not as cool, even though they do have a really cool MP. It's unfortunate that the first one isn't the one that's got the cool MP, but the first one is quicker. So there's that. But that being said, because of her other two ascensions, I'm going to go ahead and throw her C tier. So next we have Celery Man, as I like to call him. I actually quite like him. Obviously, Anastasia's done with an NA. I expected him to have a little more story than what he did. He's got really cool ascensions all the way around, though. Except for his final one. I'm not a fan of the weird final one that he's got. But his normal form when he doesn't have his armor and his first ascension are also pretty cool. He's got a really cool MP. His attack animations are all pretty unique and cool. Personality-wise, like I said, because he didn't do as much as what I thought he was going to do, and kind of was almost like a background character, I'll probably have to throw him probably in the B tier. And no, we're going to throw him in the C tier. So, I might move him in a minute, but for now, he's going to stick in the C tier. Next, Okita Alter. She's Okita, but tan, and an altar. A tier. Obviously, I don't know what her personality is like, but I do like her appearance. All of her ascension states look really good. The only thing I don't care for is her shoes slash heels slash blades? Question mark. I don't know what her legs are, to be honest. I don't know if those are shoes or if it's kind of like a melt situation where she doesn't have feet or she's got the little like pointy bits. So. But that being said, she's still in the A tier. Not too bad for her. And like I said, I can't wait to actually get more about her here probably next month or so, or maybe at the end of this month, depending on when we get Guda Guda. Summer BB. Alright, Summer BB, S tier. So, as you guys have known, I've been playing Fate Extra, and you run into Sakura there, and it's been kind of interesting to see how that plays out, because that Sakura, from my understanding, somehow becomes a BB, or maybe BB takes over that Sakura. I'm not exactly sure the relationship that they have, but it's still going to be interesting to kind of develop. Obviously, CCC was probably one of my favorite events just because of how funny BB was. So I cannot wait for her summer variation. Her being a 5-star Moon Cancer, she's got a very unique skill set. All of her designs are great. Her attack animations are hilarious. Just a winner. So also in the summer we have MHXX. I really like MHXX as a foreigner. Honestly, all the foreigners are pretty good. Even though Abigail's ranked low, kit-wise and stuff like that, all of them seem pretty solid. All their designs are great, except for Abby's last two. MHXX doesn't fall short on anything. Straight up A tier. Out of the Artorias, MHXX might have my favorite design. It's a close one between her and MHX. So there's that. Her attack animations are pretty neat. Again, has one of the kind of lazy laser beam type attacks, but I can get past that. She at least has some other unique attacks for it. Next, we got Cetona, Ilya, S tier. I really like Cetona's design in general. Also, arts memer, so there's that. Also, she's got a little adorable polar bear named Shiro. So there's that. Nothing much to say about it. I don't know what her personality is like. I do know what it's like from Fate Stay Night, though. So I'm basing her, seeing how this is that version of Ilya, in a sense. I'm basing her personality would probably be similar to that. So you can't go wrong with that. And like I said, she's got a little adorable polar bear. And Ilya can be quite adorable herself. So, next on the list, excuse me, is a name that I cannot pronounce except for, well, I can attempt to pronounce it. It's Kenshi. And I do not care for his design at all. He was one I figured was going to be instant D class or D tier for design. Obviously, I don't know much about his personality. Design wise, though, I'm not a fan. So he's going to get stuck in D tier. I've seen his attack animations; they're okay. Like I said, to me, out of everyone in his little boss belt, he's probably my least favorite design wise. And next, we have Ketz, who I almost forgot that she was a ruler in this. I knew she was a thing, but it's Ketz. So, instant B tier. I don't know if her that variation is going to have any kind of different personality or anything, but I like her design a fair bit. I'd like it slightly less than normal Ketz, but personality-wise, she's great. I'm sure her attack animations, from what I've seen, they all look great, or they look funny. I loved her in the Babylon anime. If this was her Rider version, it would probably be up in the A or even maybe S tier from it. But yeah, you can't go wrong with little Ketz. And also her MP having that Taiga cameo is pretty great. Next, we have Gao, otherwise known as King Protea. As soon as I saw this servant, I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because for those that don't know, King Protea is massive. The largest servant you'll see on your screen. She also, says Gao a lot. If you have her in the right ascension. So, there's that. I'm going to go ahead, don't want to close out the window, put her in A tier as well. Like I said, I really like her design. Out of all of the Sakura faces, well, I guess I won't say that because, as you see, BB's already ahead of her. She's up there, though. I cannot wait to get her. She probably is going to be MP5 when that time comes. Next, we have Luvia, a servant that people have really wanted in the game for a while. We finally got her. She's a ruler. She's a really good ruler at that. And it's pretty much Luvia. I'm assuming her personality is very similar to Luvia's, but her MP kind of is odd. I'm not the big... well, she does kind of suplex someone. Luvia is a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and throw Luvia B tier right now. That might change also towards the end of the video. We'll see. Next, is Ganesha. Unfortunately, because I really don't know much about Jennico, and I'm not a fan of the big elephant, we're going to go ahead and throw her D tier. If I knew a little bit more about her, probably would like boost her up. But, she might have a nice personality. Design-wise, I'm not a fan. And her attack animations are kind of bland as well for it. Next, we have Nobu. So, Nobu is kind of interesting because I really don't know where to put Nobu. I do like Nobu quite a bit, and I like Mao Nobu's attack animations and stuff. Is it S tier worthy? Probably not. She's probably A tier though, just because it's Nobu. Nobu does Nobu things. Nobu. That's pretty much enough said on that one. Also, her MP, at least in her Mao Nobu stage. I probably should like put 3 of them on there so I could do each form, because they all have like different MPs and different animations and stuff like that. But we're culminating it all in one. So all of Nobu's Ascension stages look pretty cool. They all have really cool animations on her attacks. All of them have cool MP animations. And, you know, who doesn't like getting stepped on? I do not. That's the answer to that. So, next we have Ruler Artoria, aka Bunny Artoria. Gonna go ahead and throw Artoria, this one, into the B tier. Her design's okay. I like her actual bunny design slightly more than her vanilla design. And I like her MP where she quite literally steps on you, just because I think it's a really funny animation. Other than that, though, that's really all she's got going for her. Actually, you know, she does have you know what, we're going to drop her to C. That's pretty much all I've got for her. If I don't have any more than that, it's definitely going to be a C type thing. Next, we have Ren, who also has several different ascensions and different attack things. Part of me wants to put her in D tier because I don't know if Law watches these and I want to kind of trigger them. But I don't think I can do that. Probably A, just because I do like Ren. And obviously I don't know this version of Ren's because there's 3 of them, what their personality's like. But all their attack animations are really cool. She has a very cool looking MP. It's pretty much just Darling in the Franxx X, at least her final one. Which, I guess that's actually kind of a bad thing because the second half of Darling in the Franxx X is not great. But that's besides the point on that. Other than that, though, like I said, I like all her Ascension. She's got also a very unique kit. All that stuff just kind of hits with me. Next, we have the China woman, Yang Goofy. I don't know how you pronounce her last name. Anyways, alien Chinese woman. Probably a C tier. I don't know what her personality is like. Her attack animations are okay. I'm not a fan of her final Ascension though. I much prefer the first and second one, but even then, I feel like there's like just something missing on it. And you know, her MP, it's not the coolest looking MP. So we're gonna just go ahead and stick her in the C tier. The man, the legend, Angramanyu. Go ahead and move him up to the S tier. For those that don't know, I absolutely love Angramanyu. He's great. He's a great memer. Design-wise, he's pretty cool. I love the fact that he's got a skill that will absolutely kill him. It's perfect for his character. You've got the Neon Rave Party. You have the Silhouette. You have just normal Angra. You can meme it up all day long. Anytime he's in the story, it's been pretty great and pretty funny. So you've got that going for him. Like I said, all around, you can't go wrong with a solid Angramanyu for sure. And you know, like I said, you just can't go wrong with him. I've talked about it plenty of times where I've really, anytime he shows up, I enjoy his part in the story. Next, we have the Makasa. D tier. I'm not a fan of Makasa's design. His attack animations are pretty bland. His MP's kind of bland. Enough said. Alright, next we have Pupper. You give me Shinjuku flashbacks. So there is that. Also, hopefully I haven't messed up any names like I did last time. Although we're not confusing Gozens. But Pupper, because you give me flashbacks, I do like your design though. We're going to go ahead and put you up in B tier. dialogue and stuff, you don't really have much going for you. Gonna be real. But design-wise, you do have a cool design, and I do like his MP. He's got okay animations and stuff. Yeah, he's got okay animations. Well, you know what? We're gonna drop him to C. His animations aren't that great, actually. Yeah, we'll see. I might bump him up. He's a tough one between C and B there. So regular BB, kind of the same as just normal BB, except for not in a swimsuit and not dunking on people. Although I can say this about normal BB, her attack animations are not nearly as cool as Summer BB, but you obviously get to see her throughout the story of CCC, and that's great in itself. Also, you know, you can kind of like see her panties non-stop in any Ascension. Edgelord Edmund Dantes, boom, S tier. Really like Edmund. He might be my favorite Avenger. Looks super cool. I really like his design. His attack animations are pretty good. Edgy. Anytime he's been in the story, it's been a pretty good story for like he hits the story moments perfectly in my opinion. So there's that. Next, we've got Gorgon. Where do I put Gorgon? I've also decided I'm gonna move Lobo up to B. I do think though, Gorgon, out of all the Medusas, I'm not the biggest fan of Gorgon. But she isn't terrible. I think if I move Lobo up, I'm going to put Gorgon in C. Yeah. Laser beams. She doesn't really have any kind of unique attack animations. Her MP looks pretty cool, though. So we'll leave her there. Next, Hokusai, a.k.a. Hokuisa, if you've been around in the streams long enough. We're going to go ahead and move you all the way up to the S tier. I think I've talked about you enough. But for those that don't know, I absolutely love Hokusai. Her design's really cool. I like all three of her designs, actually. Her MP is probably one of my favorite designed MPs on how it actually looks. All of her attacks are very artistic and very stylish. Personality-wise, she's got a very nice personality, very good personality. I can't wait for when we hit her. I talked about it in the Saber video, but I can't wait till we hit that summer and actually get to experience what that version of her is like. Next, we have Holmes. I'm going to be honest. I like Sherlock Holmes. I do not like this version of Holmes. His design's kind of just very bland. But you know, his MP's kind of cool, I guess. Other than that, he shows up in the story, but I haven't been the biggest fan of him in the story, to be honest. So we got that. Next, we have Jalter. Jalter's a hard one. She's got to be an S tier, right? This is probably going to be the video where there's more like S tier than anything. Jalter's a really, really tough one. Yeah, I got to put Jalter in S. I really like Jalter. Her dialogue's great. Her animations are really great. The Shinjuku outfit, thumbs up for that. S tier. Easy enough said. Also, she's busted. Next, we have Vanilla Jaune. Unlike burnt French toast, regular French toast, not as cool in my opinion. Her third ascension, the hair in the back is kind of odd. It's like a copy paste. It reminds me of, for those that have played Extella Link, it reminds me of Emiya's mullet. That being said, she's not terrible. We're going to put her B tier, middle of the road. Next, Kiara, Lewd Nun. Probably A tier. I do like Kiara. Her attack animations are sometimes kind of meh, in my opinion. But she does get like a slight upgrade, at least in her skills. Her MP's okay. I'm not a fan of her third ascension. Her first two are fine though. I prefer her second one, I'll be honest, though, the most. So A tier is pretty good. Personality wise, you know, she's a lewd nun. So that's okay in my book. Next, we have Arizabots. I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of the Arizabots. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to put Mark 1 probably in C tier. Mark II, you didn't get to experience as much. Also, I like the design of Mark 1 slightly better, so I feel like I'm going to move it up one Mark II. But yeah, they're pretty much the same boat, honestly. I just prefer the design a little more on the Mark 1. So next we have Miss Melt, and I'm going to be honest, I did not care for Melt at all at the beginning. But her story through CCC really made me like her a lot. She's definitely, her outfits are really nice. I don't care for her third one though. As a result, I'm probably gonna have to move it to A. But personality wise is what really wins it for me. Like I said, I thought she was gonna be really annoying through CCC, and I wasn't gonna care for her character, and I ended up really liking it. I also wasn't the biggest fan of her shoes being, you know, stabby stab, pointy daggers, but I got over that pretty quickly. So there's that. Next we have Summer Martha. We're gonna go ahead and move her up to S tier. I like Martha already. Her swimsuit version just hits all the right knocks for me. I like her story dialogue through Summer 1 was great. All of her character spots are really cool. Her attack animations, while they might be simple, are another one of my favorite ones, just because it's just her punching someone in the face repeatedly. And you just can't go wrong with that. So, like I said, she's definitely S tier up there. And finally, last but not least, we have Lip. Lip, her design, I don't care for as much as I like Melt's. She's not a bad character. Her personality wasn't as interesting as Melt's either. So I feel like as a result, we're going to have to go ahead. Do I put her in C or B? I feel like we have to put her... no, we're going to have to put her in B, because her conversations with Robin Hood are pretty funny. Especially her My Room lines. If I remember, I'll put that in this video when I edit it, and maybe, you know, not screw it up. So, that's where I've got to rank everyone, just from normal, but much like the Saber one, if I could speak, there can only be one Golden Honey, and we have a lot to choose from. And honestly, like I said, the extra one is probably the hardest when it comes to picking one, because even though there's D tier, I still like a very fair chunk of them. They all have redeeming qualities. Amakusa's got a really nice, second ascension. Arizabots are there. Being Erizabet, kind of being funny. So everyone has redeeming qualities, of course, but that doesn't help us choosing the Golden Honey. So Angramanyu, as much as you're a meme, your attack animations aren't the absolute best out of the list. So I think I'm going to disqualify you. Same thing for Edmund. While he's very cool and he does have cool attack animations, in my opinion, they don't beat out the likes of Hokusai and Martha and BB's, at least the Summer BB one. So I'm going to go ahead and knock these three out. Ilya, while I do like Ilya, she's definitely not my favorite one on this S tier list. Although she is adorable in times. So we're going to go ahead and knock her out. Jalter, much for the same reason of her attack animations, she likes to stab people on them during her normal ascension. I haven't actually got to use her attack animation since she's gotten her Shinjuku outfit, so I don't know if they've changed any. I'm assuming not. But, so I think it's between Martha, Hokusai, and Summer BB. Or, we're going to go ahead and just move these here real quick, so that way we've got there. These parts are no indication of where they fall, by the way, in case anyone wonders. So, Summer BB, very much BB-like. I'm really looking forward to her character. Her attack animations are really great. Martha also has really good attack animations. Although I think out of all their attack animations, I prefer Hokusai's. And Ascension wise, I think I also prefer Hokusai's. I think it's down between Martha and Hokusai. And ultimately, I think I have to go with Martha. like I said, there's just something about her attack animations being as simplified as they are and just literally punching someone to death. They're really great. As much as I like Hokusai, her, out of all the Ascensions, Martha, I don't hate any of Martha's Ascensions. I think they all look great. Personality-wise, Martha hits the mark on there. Like I said, Hokusai is a very close second, but I definitely think Martha is the winner in this one. So, we have our winner. Martha is the next Golden Honey. So far, it's been Nero Bride and Martha. That being said, I'm going to continue to make these. So let me know in the comments below which class you guys want to see. If not, I guess it might be Archer, or maybe I'll do a Cavalry class. I really haven't decided, really. I just wanted to do extra because I didn't think there was as many servants, but there's like 32 of them, so there's that. But I appreciate everyone for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you guys would change, or send me Twitter things of pictures of your the tier list. And again, I will have the tier list in the description. I'm also going to include the Saber one in the description if you didn't see that. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.